It's Casper the Friendly Ghost coming at you live. This lighting is messed up, but we're just going to fake it till we make it. Hey everyone, good evening. I'm glad you're joining us. We are going to talk about Shrapnel. I'm kind of going to get right into it, but welcome. I apologize. Normally I do my live streams on Wednesday nights, but yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I took my wife out to dinner, and so here we are. Glad to be here. Glad to join you guys. So we are going to talk everything Shrapnel, and this is going to be hopefully an educational live stream and interactive where we're, communicating with one another and connecting. And, let me know if you're here. Hit that like button. Tell your family and friends that, hey, we're doing a live stream. So Shrapnel. Oh, man, let's get to it. Who? Oh, man. Hey, Noel. Glad you can make it all the way from Ireland, man. Appreciate you being here. Fantastic. Someday I want to go. I that whole Ireland, Scotland, all that. I love to go. So whereabouts in Ireland are you from, by the way? I'm being vicariously with you, my friend. All right. We'll talk about it. You mean Shrap, right? We're going to talk about the Shrap token. We're going to talk everything about Shrapnel. All right? Nothing's off the table. All right? So this is good, man. I'm glad you're here. And, whoever else is here watching, great. Thank you. Let's just dive right in. So, cool. I have no idea where that is, but doesn't matter. I'm glad you're here. I don't know what time it is where you are in Ireland, but I'm glad you're here now. So very cool. All right. So I'm going to assume everyone here has kind of an idea of what Shrapnel is, but I will do the Reader's Digest version. Shrapnel is a Web3 first-person shooter game. I'm simplifying it, but has a AAA gaming development team, and they've worked on Call of Duty and Halo and Star Wars and just humongous projects, and also in Web 2 space and Web 2 gaming. And they've come together to create Shrapnel. And I'm not sure, by the way, anyone here watching, did anyone take part in last weekend's STX1? Was anyone here a part of that? I'm curious to find out if anyone was able to participate in that. I did. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna give you kind of a rundown of how it all went. But if anyone was a part of that, by the way, if you're here and you're watching, because or you may not know that on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, at least to my knowledge, they are going to be having another Shrapnel training exercise. So remember, this year, oh, cool. That was all. Yeah, you guys were able to play it before we were. I'm here in the United States, and so, it was really awesome. I got killed, man. I really did. I was getting decimated, but I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I did. But I had fun. I completed most of the missions. It was great, but that's a game not to be trifled with, man. And, I'm used to having a controller. So I was using my regular mouse, and I was using my keyboard. So I was using that, but whatever. I ended up getting. I just ordered a trackball to help me do that. So anyway, I'm going to go off on a tangent. So Shrapnel, Web3 game, first person shooter, voted 2023's most anticipated game, and there is reason for that. This game is it's a pre-alpha game. It's designed to get people with either if you're an operator or if you had an extraction pack, which is what this play test or this STX1 was about, for those who had or who have extraction packs. And of course, I've talked about this kind of to nauseum, that you need to have an extraction pack in order to play the STX, right? You connect it through your Epic Games account. You need to have a Shrapnel account, and then link that to your Epic Games with the game, and then you download it and install it, and then it verifies, because you're logging in with your credentials, then it verifies if you have an extraction pack where you're actually able to play the game. So this game has been really talked about, and the team is amazing. They really are. All the guys, I mean, they're gamers themselves, just phenomenal group of people. And this game was one of the few games, I must say, that I've played, because let's face it, and maybe it's just me, that a lot of Web3 games kind of are not that good. All right, they're getting better. There's a lot of games out there that look really good, but Shrapnel just, man, for where that game is in development, it looked amazing. It played great. Once we got past the kinks of on Thursday, as you know, they were having server issues, and then there was matchmaking issues where it was difficult to, get into a game. The servers all end up getting up and running, but the matchmaking services were having a big problem, and so they scrapped having the leaderboard in order to do it on Friday, Saturday, and then of course there was a bonus on Sunday, which I didn't play as much as I wanted to over those 3 days. Lots of commitments, things are going on, but I did get some good trigger time in, and learning the map, and man, the strategies people are using were just, every time I get ready to get extracted, man, I had to really be careful, because then someone's there waiting to take you out and take your stuff, so your Sigma and whatever else you got. So this was a highly anticipated launch. It was definitely one of those games where everybody was just waiting, and I think the first day around 20,000 gamers were playing or trying to play, and then there was concurrent over the 3 days around 10,000 people playing the game. I think that's amazing for a first time out. And the plan for Shrapnel is to keep doing these shrapnel training exercises where they're doing it for maybe a couple times a month, and then all of a sudden they do it where it's on all the time. There is a $3 million total prize pool associated with playing the early access. So that gives a lot of opportunity, and what I mean by that is $3 million USD in Shrap. So you're winning Shrapnel, or you're winning the Shrap token, which, as we talked about, powers the game. Okay, it's what gets that game, functions, right? And we're going to talk about Shrap. We're going to talk about maybe where I think it could go. We're going to talk about how you can get involved if you want to get involved in Shrapnel. Maybe you're not a gamer, but you look for investment opportunities. By the way, I am not a financial advisor, so I'm never going to tell you to buy, sell, hold. Do your own research, conduct your own due diligence before getting involved. And remember, if you like any of the videos that I'm doing, you like the live streams, and you want to see more of these things, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button too, man. So this way you know what's happening when I drop videos, when I do live streams. I normally do live streams once a week, but as someone did it, whoever hit that like button, man, I'm digging on you right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys very much. So I'll be probably doing a lot more once the bull market kicks in, because there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. But Shrapnel is one of those games where, I love Halo. I love that game. I love Call of Duty. Those games really speak to me, and I got definitely that sense playing Shrapnel, okay? Playing the early access launch. So a couple of things here. So once Thursday's server issues and matchmaking issues got resolved, Friday was a really good day. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I was running into an issue that was separate from the server issues and the matchmaking issues. And welcome, if you're here, welcome. Thanks for joining our live stream. I definitely appreciate you being here. I was running into issues where I couldn't even, I was going through the default controls screen, the green screen. I was getting frozen every time and I couldn't get out of it. So what I ended up having to do was uninstall the game on the Epic Game Store and reinstall it. Once I did that, work like a champ. All right, just work like a charm. Was able, no issues for the remaining 3 days. Talk about going off without a hitch. But with any launch, there's going to be challenges, and I really think that this was one of the best pre-launch game launches that I've seen. I mean, it was just really good. Now, obviously, there's some bugs, there's things going on within the game, and that's part of why they're doing this, is to find what those bugs are, to make the game better, to figure out what's going to go here, what's going to go there. The map wasn't fully completed. You're seeing red squares and gray boxes and all kinds of placeholders, so they can add that stuff in later. Now, because we have this next one coming up in a couple of weeks, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of big, massive improvements in the game. It'll be micro improvements, little things here and there to make the game more operable, to make it run better, play better. However they do that, I have no idea. I'm not a developer, but I do know these guys are serious about creating, and I really believe that this is positioned to be awesome. Very cool. Nino, man, I'm glad you're here. Awesome. So I really think this is one of the games that are really going to take hold once it launches. And I want to kind of get into what I think we're going to happen. I believe 2024 is going to be basically for, early launch. Everyone's just going to get a chance to play the game. They're going to develop it, make it better, so on and so forth. I think 2025 is when we're going to see this game fully launch. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. I think that 2025 will be when Shrapnel launches. Again, I have no inside knowledge. This is just me speculating. So if it doesn't happen, if it happens sooner, if it happens later, this is just my speculation kicking in. Now, as far as the Shrap token, where do I think it can go? Where do I think Shrapnel can be headed? Right now, we have, about 3 billion tokens in circulating supply right now, but that's going to be increasing over the next 3 to 4 years, right? So we're going to see a release sometime this year of more tokens coming out. However, I think that the gaming sector is going to be massive this next bull run. Web3 gaming and artificial intelligence are going to rule this next bull cycle. At least I believe so, especially games. I think we're going to see a lot of games developed that are going to be amazing and are going to transform the landscape, and I think that Shrapnel is one of them. Just off of, and I will be doing a video regarding where I think the Shrap token can go, and I'll go on through all my logic, but just to give you guys a preview, I think Shrapnel, I think it could easily hit $1 right now. Once we get dialed in and once we get kicking, this is a new game, guys. Believe it or not, I don't think a whole lot of people are familiar with Shrapnel. We're seeing, the past couple of days, especially today and yesterday, we saw the markets just go, right? Good grief, VeChain up 32% in 24 hours. Avalanche, which is what the Shrap token is on. It's on the Avalanche C chain. That was up to $42, $43. So, this game has a tremendous amount of room to run. Again, we look at market cap. That's where you want to be looking at. And quite honestly, when I'm looking at what is an indicator of what could be a price potential, not prediction, I look at it as, I don't look at the token price. I look at what's the game, what's the project's fundamentals. What do they have going for them? Because everything else will follow along that way. I look at the game. First I say, okay, what's the market cap for this project? Okay, it's in the hundreds of millions, or it's in the 60, 70, 80 million dollar range. When you have a project that's that low in market cap, it's going to rise way faster than, say, a project that's a $4 billion market cap. So I don't look at the price of the target of the token per se anymore. When I first got involved in crypto, yeah, that was the first thing I looked at, because it's sexy, right? It's like, ooh, you look at your portfolio and you immediately see, oh, this went up 5, 10, 15%, depending on what you have in your portfolio. That will also determine, that'll help you, like, oh yeah, this is great. Whereas opposed to the market cap total of the project, and like, what's its utility? What does it have to offer? Is it a meme project? Is it something that's a flash in the pan? What is it? Those are the things that, in my opinion, what I look for. I'm only going to share with you what I'm looking for. This game, this team, I think really is onto something, and what they're creating and taking this basically 2024 and just, hey, if you got an extraction pack, and I mean, you could buy them. I still have codes. So if anyone needs a code, what I would suggest you do is find me on Telegram. And if you go to our homepage here, first off, subscribe to our channel. Be a family member. Hit that like button too. Because what's going to happen, you're going to be notified, because I do comments in the community section. So all these different things you can find. I posted PDFs about requirements to get involved with Shrapnel in the early launch. I have videos. I have a playlist up already of that. You're more than welcome to check those videos out. But I appreciate you guys all for even being here and just, letting me go on my soapbox. But if you have questions, put your questions also in the chat box, or if you're watching this later on, in the comment section, and I will answer them, or I will find the answers for you. But I think that Shrapnel has a tremendous amount of room to go, and we haven't even started seeing it yet. I think as the weeks and months go on and more people get involved, the game is more refined. People are talking about it. People are getting excited about it. You're going to see a lot more wallet addresses coming on board. You're going to be seeing that price of that Shrap token. I think it's not going to be a meteoric rise. I think it's going to be just a slow progression, because everything follows Bitcoin. Everything follows Ethereum. So people are going to put their money in Bitcoin. People are going to put their money in Ethereum. And then it's going to cascade over into altcoins. Your Cardanos, your Avalanches, your Solanas, pretty much everything else, right? Your Hederas, your V-Chains, your, whatever, okay? So I would suspect that Shrap is going to be the same way. It'll be a systematic rise in the token price as the market cap goes up. And as we get more into the bull cycle, money's going to start flowing into all these projects, which is going to help development even more. I've said this before. I look at projects, and I have projects that I've been involved in that, even though we went through those 2 years of being in a horrendous bear market, they were still developing. Those to me are strong projects. All right. Those are projects that, hey, they've continued doing maybe on the shoestring, but they did it. So those are projects that I look at. Shrapnel is one of them. They've been going since what? 2022, 2023, and just, going through their development process, even though the markets were horrible. So that's something to consider. So when it comes to token price, it's really hard to do that right now. But my first initial thoughts are, this could hit $1. So if you're considering that, I would say make sure that you are doing your research, that you're looking into Shrapnel and really just saying, okay, is this a project I want to be involved in? I feel really good about this, about Shrapnel. I think the game is amazing, and it's a lot of fun, and it's tough. It's a challenging game, and I think they're going to make it so, if because not everyone's full hardcore gamers, all right? I'm not. I don't sit in front of my computer and play maybe as much as other people do, and that's great because they're going to have an advantage because they're so used to it. But I think they want to make it so even the casual gamer can come in, because what will happen is if you're a rock star and you're just coming in and you're trying Shrapnel and you're getting smoked every single time, you're going to want to give up because it's like, what's the sense? I come in and I get killed every single time, unless you have that mentality. You're like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going because there's a saying, we suck until we don't, right? We suck at things until we do them long enough and till we fail and fall on our face enough times where we don't anymore. So in something like this, you just got to embrace the suck, okay? And just keep going. And don't think of it as like, oh man, I need to get on the leaderboard because I'm going to earn Shrap. Just go learn and get better and have fun. Then everything else will come into play. That's what games are supposed to be about anyway, is to have fun. So that's kind of my take on it. So I'm thinking that that's where we are in regards to where I'm headed with the Shrapnel token. Now, the game itself, of course, we had it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during the Super Bowl, or before the Super Bowl. Went off smooth, went off great. Hopefully, if you played, you're able to complete your missions, because I think they're also going to be giving out some rewards or something for those who completed missions. There were 4 of them to be exact. You had to play one game, then you had to play fives, or I should say sessions. Then you had to extract at least 20 Sigma. And then you had to kill off, I believe it was 5 or 8 operators in the game. And those were 4 missions. So if you're wondering, that's what they were. And if every time you complete a mission, you should have got an email saying, hey, you completed this mission, be on the lookout in your wallet or whatever. So, and that's how that'll work. So if you have an account with Shrapnel, and the rewards you get will go into your Shrapnel wallet, which is on the website. You just log in and you can go to your inventory or, whatever. Okay. And hopefully, if you guys did not have a chance to play, you'll be able to do so. I mean, they're going to have it all through the year, and there's going to be $2 million as a prize pool. So don't feel, the sense of FOMO, like, oh shit, I didn't play it this time, I'm done. No, it's going to be probably a couple times a month, and then they're going to be having it on all the time, so you can just get used to practicing. And so that is really exciting. But the Shrapnel training exercise was really, really good. The first day was bumpy, but whatever, it is what it is. Who cares? Everyone just got a chance to play anyway and come back. You had Friday, you had Saturday, and you had Sunday. So that's the Shrapnel training exercises. We talked about the Shrap token. Does anyone have any questions right now for me? Because I'm right here waiting. I'm going to have a sip of water. I'm glad you guys are here. Hit that like button too, guys. Normally I do 8 o'clock, so this is a little bit early. Normally it's like 7:30, so this is really cool that it's 30 minutes earlier, so that's nice. Normally at 8 o'clock is when I do it, but I don't know. Maybe I may have to go back to doing the 7:30 time slot, but this is your chance. Yeah, so a lot of people had connection issues for quite a while. That's because the servers weren't up. The servers weren't running properly, or half of Europe was able to play, the rest of the world not so much, until that got caught up, and then it was a matchmaking service. Which actually what that is when you go into the game, it matches you with other players and it puts you inside of a game. So that was really what was happening, and that's why they decided to scrap the leaderboard for Thursday, because it wasn't fair. You know, half the globe was able to play and have like hours of it, have hours of time, whereas, everyone else was having a really difficult time with it, not being able to play. So that's kind of how that all went. But then after that, it seemed to be totally good to go. How did you guys do? How did everyone do playing the game? Or were you not able to get on? Because if you're having issues with getting on, I can run it by you. Oh, you know what? I also want to talk about if you want to get involved with Shrap, if you want to purchase Shrap, and you're not sure how to do it because it's really not on any centralized exchanges yet. So here's what I did. So I went and I downloaded Core Wallet. Now, Core Wallet is a native Avalanche hot wallet, okay? So software base, extension, whatever. Okay? And then what you do is you need to connect, and I use Trader Joe's. I linked my Core Wallet to Trader Joe's so that way I was able to get Shrap. Now, here's the thing. I bought AVAX on Coinbase. Okay? I sent that to my Core Wallet. And then all I did was swap it for Shrap. That's all I did. Then, once I did that, I put that Shrap token into my cold wallet. And I use a Tangent wallet. By the way, self-custody is going to be key, guys. So if you are not self-custodying your crypto, it's Russian roulette, all right? So I highly recommend, unless you're actively trading your crypto, get it off the exchanges, get it on a cold wallet such as Tangent, and if you go to their website, tangent.com, and you type in the word Dojo, D-O-J-O, you'll get 10% off their wallet. It's a 3-card wallet. So you have redundancies. So if you say have a ledger and that ledger breaks or it falls down the toilet or something, you're kind of screwed a little bit. However, with Tangent, their cards are they're made of this special material where it can get wet. You can totally submerge it I don't recommend it, right? So it could take a beating, all right, and still work. Or if you lose a card, you have 2 cards left that you can access. So, and for the price you're going to get, normally it's for a 3-card set, it's $69, but you can get them 10% off of that. So if you go to tangent.com, type in the word Dojo for the code, you're going to get 10% off of that. So highly recommend. I use them myself. Great. It's great at whatever. But if you have already a cold wallet, all you got to do then is just, if you're going to hodl it, and Shrap token is going to be one of those things you're going to need to hodl. You just go ahead and put it on your wallet, on your cold wallet, and just leave it there. All right? And then depending on where the price is, you can buy more, you can buy whatever. So if you just want to get involved in the project, but you're not a gamer, that's a way to do it. All right? I like Trader Joe's. Very simple. I love the Core Wallet. It's so easy. And all you have to do, as I said, is just buy Avalanche, buy AVAX on a centralized exchange, send it over to your Core Wallet, and then connect it to your Trader Joe's, or you can even do it, I think, oh my God, is it Pancake Swap or Uniswap, something like that? You can do it. You don't have to do it just on Trader Joe's. I like Trader Joe's; it just makes it so much easier. It was really simple, and then once I swapped it out, I just moved it over. So it's a simple way to do it. You're more than welcome to go check out any of the videos if you want to see how I did it, because I did a live buy with it. But you don't have to have the token to be involved in the game, and you don't have to be a gamer to get involved in the token. So you have that kind of freedom. Or if you're bullish, really bullish on it, you can get involved, because there is some utility with the Shrap token. There is utility, which is basically if you create a call sign or an insignia, you mint it with Shrap. So Shrap does have utility, all right, with, indirectly with the game. Nothing inside of the game, but everything else on the outside of it, it has utility. So just keep that in mind, guys. Nino, I'm sorry you missed it, man. But that's okay. They're going to be a lot more coming up. And, it's pretty wild, because next weekend, the 23rd, is when we're scheduled to have the next STX. However, Karate Combat is also having their Karate Combat 44 in Mexico, and I will be live streaming that. So you will be able to see that. So I won't be able to play. Well, maybe I'll be able to play for a few hours, but in Mexico, I will be here at home, and I will be streaming the fights, and I will be doing my own commentary. Now, I also use Brave browser as well, so Brave is just amazing browser for safety and security, so I like using Brave for everything that I do. So anyway, if you're a Brave user and you're part of the community, I'm also going to be streaming it through Brave Talk. And if you're familiar with Brave Talk, you know what I mean. So we're going to be all over the place. So this is where this channel that you're here, that you found yourself, however it is, I'm glad you did, because we do a lot of stuff, right? We're doing a lot of stuff, doing videos, live streams. I love interaction in the community. So I love questions. By the way, if does anyone have any questions about Shrapnel, about the gameplay, anything that's going on, I will do my best, or anything for that matter. It doesn't all have to be about Shrapnel. If you have a question about something, right? Or hell, if you need an extraction code, I won't post them here, but if anyone needs an extraction code, find me on Telegram, find me on Discord, find me on Twitter, right? I'm there. Okay, and I'll be more than happy. I have some left. All you need is one, and you also need to make sure that your computer requirements are such that you can actually play the game. So I actually had to, because I'm a Mac guy. Everything I do, like what you're seeing right now, well, you can't, but I have a Mac, all right, and that's what I use. But for Shrapnel, we're not able to play it, right? On Mac, so it's right now it's on PC. So I actually had to go out on Amazon and get myself a PC and monitor and everything else to be able to play the game. But I'm glad I did, because it's really was. I'm glad I did, because it's so much fun. Anyway, man. So, I've been really kind of dialed in on a few different things. I'm not too familiar with Mana. I've been looking at, not necessarily been on my radar. I've been looking at games like Bloodloop is a game I've been looking at. And it's interesting, here's, just to put this out here, I know Star Atlas has been in like developmental purgatory for years, but that's a game to watch out for. I think we're going to really start seeing some things happening with Star Atlas as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. Mana, I'm not too familiar with. I'd have to go check that out. I hope that answers your questions, because it's one of those things where it's like, unless I'm really familiar with something, I'm very careful about what I speak to, because I don't want to say something that's wrong. But if I am wrong about something, I know you guys would be like, "Hey, Scott, that's not it. You gotta. That's not the right facts." So if I'm, not saying anything, or if I'm communicating something that's not accurate, please let me know, because it's good to have those checks and balances. Does anyone else have any questions? So there's been a lot of stuff going on with Shrapnel. A lot. And if you're on Twitter or X, you're seeing a lot of what's going on right now. And I definitely, I can't say this enough, joining Discord is very important to stay in the loop, to stay in what's going on. So keeping your eyes peeled for alpha that's coming out. So I think Discord is a really good way to do that. And if you're running into any issues, that's also a good way. You can do a support ticket, or if you need help with something, there's a lot of really good people on the Shrapnel Discord channels that really help. I'm there also. So, friend me there and just tell me, send me a message and say, "Hey, I was on a live stream," so I know who you are. Because normally, if I don't know you, on Discord, I'm not gonna accept a message or a friend request unless I know who you are, and I'm like, okay. Because there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on, and we really have to be careful and mindful, especially now, about putting ourselves in, some peril. So just let me know. Give me a heads up, like, hey, I'm sending you something on Discord or whatever, and you're more than welcome to post something on the community tab. If you want to reply to any of the messages or things that I've put in there, I see those, and I'll respond to you. And this is where, I always say that without you guys, there would be no me, right? I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you coming to our live streams, interacting, checking out our videos, subscribing to our channel. And this may sound cheesy, and it's up to you to determine how you think about it, but when someone subscribes to our channel, I don't look at you as a subscriber. I look at you as a family member, right? Because we're one big family. That's how I roll. Living in Hawaii for over 20 years, family is huge. It's like one of the most important things is family. And so when you are a subscriber to our channel, or if you're a member of our Blockchain Explorers member group, you're family. And so whenever someone hits that subscribe button, it's never a number. It's never like, oh, it's subscriber number so-and-so. You guys are what make this channel run. And I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I just wanted to say I appreciate you all very much. A little bit of cheese. Hey, why not? I'm going to have some water. Give me some more questions, guys. What's happening? How's everyone's week been? Did everyone do anything for like Valentine's Day with their significant other, or like with yourself? Or were you playing big time? Wow, it's nice to have people from all over the world here. By the way, where is everybody from? I'm curious. I know we have Nino. I can't remember where you are. We have Noel from Ireland. Whatever time it is there, I'm not even sure what time it is at that time. I don't know if it's morning or afternoon. Let me know. Oh, whoever hit that other thumbs up, thank you guys. Yes. And like I said before, guys, I have extraction packs, right? If anyone needs an extraction pack, I got. That's right. That's right. Niagara Falls on the Canada side, eh? So, I'm not sure if I told you guys this or not, but I remember I was at a martial arts tournament in Buffalo, New York. We went to Niagara Falls, and I remember looking over, and that's the Canada side, and this is the U.S. side. So, Nina's on the Canada side. I hope it's nice and warm up there where you guys are right now, because Canada can get cold. I'm from upstate New York originally. Man, you freeze your butt off in the wintertime. Being in Florida, not so much, but I'm kind of a chump, because now if it gets like 40 degrees, I'm like freezing over here. It's crazy. So, guys, we have been having a good conversation about Shrapnel, where I think they're headed. I think this game is poised to be a leader in the Web3 space of gaming, and I like that they're only focusing on this game. They're not yawning on you guys. They're not spreading themselves so thin, and I really like that a lot. And then there's gaming platforms and launch pads that I like, that I follow. I really feel though that Shrapnel, focusing on one game, making it the best that it possibly can be, is really really a good thing. So I'm really stoked about that, and I think we're going to see lots of development this year, lots of improvement. And so, real quick, when you're playing, let's say you're playing the STX. So STX means Shrapnel Training Exercises, and it's going to come with a letter or or a number, either a whole number or it's going to be decimal. So STX 1, okay, it's their very first launch, early access. When we start getting into like STX 1.2, 1.1, 1.3, however they denote that, that means little changes have been made. When we get into the whole numbers, Shrapnel 2, Shrapnel 3, and so on, that means bigger updates have been made. So that's a way for us to keep track of what they're doing, for, how they're progressing with updates to the game. So if you're playing Shrapnel and you're on Shrapnel 1.3 or whatever it is, maybe they've had a little, maybe this is like they've done little pieces to make it better. And as it progresses, then, until the full launch. Eventually, they're going to be having it only on, which means they'll have the game live 24/7 for people to play and get used to. And they're going to have missions, and they'll have, again, there's a $3 million US total prize pool in Shrap now. You're not going to be getting cash. It's going to be in Shrap, where you can, it's a reward for, playing the game, completing missions, giving feedback, having a leaderboard, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where we are with Shrapnel and where we are headed. I think we're probably not going to see maybe, I think market cap will go up slowly. The more people are exposed to Shrapnel and the closer this game gets to being launched. And all it takes is for a centralized exchange or two to say, you know what, we're going to list Shrap on our platform. So I know for a lot of us, we want to try to find, that diamond that's going to give us 20, 50x. Do I think Shrap can do 50x? I have to sit down and go through my numbers and go through all my research. But I definitely know for a fact that we're going to be, I think this has a minimum of 10x. In my unfinancial advisor opinion, I think Shrapnel has the ability to do 10x. Once I actually sit down and I actually do and produce a video where I do all my research and I'll show you what I did and how I calculated everything, then I'll be apt to, it may change from where I'm talking now to when I do that video, it may change. So if you want to see kind of how I do videos or how I do my price potential, I don't like to call them prediction. I've got videos I think I did with Cardano and with Gala and some other games. You're more than welcome to go see out my check out my logic, and then you'll get an idea of like, okay, this is where he's headed with that. So hey everybody, if anyone has any questions or comments or anything, now's a good time to ask. Let's see here. All right, so let's address this the elephant in the room with the coin. All right, so as we know, in the next 4 years or so, we're going to see a big release of tokens being unlocked and being put into circulating supply. Now, there's different ways to handle that, and there's different philosophies to look at it, because again, it goes to supply and demand. If there's not a whole lot of, if the demand is high but the supply is low, prices go up. If the supply is high, like very high, demand may not be so much because it's going to bring the prices down, right? It'll dilute it. Now, will I think this will happen to Shrapnel? I don't know. I don't know, and I think that this game has such a utility and such a use case that I think will be okay. Now, again, I can't say that with 100% certainty where that's going to go, but I focus on the game's market cap and the game itself. If you have a game, it's like anything, if you have a quality product and something is made really well, the price is going to be higher because it's a well-made product, whatever that is. Where if you get something that's, kind of cheaply made or it's not put out very well, then, you're going to get that. So I think that Shrapnel is on a pathway to success. So to answer your question, we never know for sure, but I think that with Shrapnel creating the game they're creating, there's going to be a lot of excitement, and there's going to be a lot of investors, people wanting to buy Shrap. So, you have to decide what you want to do. Now, there's different strategies here. I'm going to hodl. Like, I don't plan on selling anything that I have. If anything, I want to get more. All right? That's just me. So I don't really necessarily plan on selling like anytime this year. I want to wait till, the game is launched. That it is, for me, this is probably about a 2-year hold, no matter what happens with the tokens. Be honest with you. That's how I'm playing it. I'm going to hold, I'm going to hodl, I'm going to dollar cost average, because once the Shrap is listed on any top tier exchange, you will see, probably, may not be immediate, but I think you'll see first off, a massive bump in exposure for the project. The market cap will go up, which in turn will probably translate into the Shrap token price going up. So I would say, start creating a plan of what you'd want to do. I mean, like I said, there's so many different ways. You can hodl, you can, right before the release date comes out, depending on how much you have, you can sell off and then buy more. You could keep what you have. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So my friend, I would sit down, create a plan, worst case, best case scenarios for yourself. When you have a plan of action, it keeps you from making decisions that are emotionally charged. So if you're concerned about this, right, and you're an investor, you are we all are, we're all educated people who are, want to make a better life for ourselves and our family. So your question, about like with the coin, happening with the release, yeah, that's a great question. And it's one that I think is got to be left up to each individual person to decide how they want to handle it. Do I don't care? Do I hodl? I mean, for me, I look at it as a buying opportunity. That's my mindset. The only way that changes is if something drastic changes within the game's infrastructure. Multiple members of the team leave, or something happens drastic that changes my perception. Other than something like that happening, I'm probably going to be good to go with it. Hey, man, do whatever you need to do, my friend. Whatever works. I don't look at it as anyone. There's room for everyone here. So, absolutely, whatever you want to do. I have the BAT token. And I'm very, very familiar with Brave's capabilities and also the team. See, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I look at the team. What's the team about? I look at, is this a quality team? Are they integral? Are they, who are they? And I've been fortunate to get to know some of the Brave team, and they're all just amazing people. And the same with Shrapnel. I've been in contact with a few of in the team, and it's just amazing. But you have to do what's right for you. I mean, you have to decide, because this is the thing. Just because I feel a certain way doesn't mean you have to. And because you feel a certain way doesn't mean I have to. We could still be friends, but you're just going one direction, I'm going another. That's totally fine. Absolutely. So, no worries. And by the way, I'm not a paid member of Brave. I need to be clear on that. I am a Brave ambassador. So what I do is I go around and I talk about all the benefits that Brave has. Rewards, content creators, a tipping function, Brave Talk. You've got Leo built right into Brave. I mean, who forget ChatGPT? Just click on the side panel, type in it. It can do. Leo also summarizes a page. So there's so much to it that, that's kind of what I do. I'm an ambassador. I don't get paid. I'm not sponsored. None of that stuff. But because I've been using Brave for years, and you can earn rewards. You can earn BAT rewards also by using Brave. So, whatever works for you, my friend, I am happy for you. Absolutely 100%. No competition here. I think that those kinds of thinking now, it's basically all of us in the crypto blockchain space, Web3 or whatever. We are on one side, unfortunately, and then you have those who are trying to bring down crypto, bring down blockchain, and regulate it out of existence and all this kind of stuff. So we are all on the same team. So no worries, my friend. I'm glad that works for you. So is there any questions? Does anyone have anything they want to add? Because I will stay here as long as you need me to be. And I'm glad you guys joined me. Okay, everybody. Well, I tell you what, I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on our live stream about Shrapnel. If you're not familiar with Shrapnel, go ahead, check out their website, check out my videos, check out other people's videos, join the Discord, you know, or put yourself into a position where you're looking, because you don't have to focus in, you don't have to ape in all on one project. You can do multiples. It's okay. It's not like you're cheating on one project because you're investing in another. Like, I have one gaming project I'm invested in. I don't want to do another one. Whatever. Hey, you got to do you got to do what's going to be right for you and your family. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, and that's the goal. Finding something that we can get involved in, that we feel good with. And again, it's got to be something you feel good with, right? For instance, I have VeChain, I have VET, and I got up this morning and it was up 32%. And I was like, yeah! I was really stoked about that, and but I don't sell. I'm holding on. When I see a bump like that, I don't touch it. I leave it. So the only thing I did, I will tell you this, is I did pull some money out of my portfolio to buy this guy, which is, it's not a full-on gaming computer, but it kind of is. It has 1 terabyte and it's got a Ryzen 5 like GPU, and so it definitely works really well. It definitely is for what I paid for it, was totally worth it. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. But hey, everyone, if there's no other questions or no comments, I want to say this. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all very, very much. Keep checking back. Hit those notification bells so you know when I do a live stream. I want to get some videos or some interviews and some stuff happening. So there's a lot of things that I want to plan for this year. I want you guys to be a part of it. So subscribe to the channel, join our Blockchain Explorers group. Find me on Twitter, find me on Telegram. Just go to my link tree at the homepage of the channel, and it'll take you everywhere you want to go. And if you follow me, I'll follow you back. And if anyone still needs extraction pack you don't have, hook me up and I'll hook you up. All right. So guys, thank you so much. I hope everyone had a great evening. Again, if you have questions, hey man, no problem. I'm here for you guys. So if you have questions, put them in the community chat, put them in here, wherever you want, and I will answer your questions. Guys, have a great night. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps.